Activated versus sedated melanin. Activated versus sedated melanin. Which one are you? Which one are you?
God damn.
You know, a lot of people, they got melanin. Everybody has melanin, but, you know, melanated people, black people, usually have an abundance of it, especially in the neuromelanin. But their melanin ain't activated. They got the color, but they don't got the current. They got the skin, but no signal. So today, what I want to talk about is activated melanin versus sedated melanin, and why so many people are feeling tired. They feel distracted, disconnected, and spiritually sedated in these times. What's up? What's up, y'all? Dreamwise here for another one. And I want to just dive deep into how to turn it on and activate it and activate that God code back onto you. Very, very important because you are the melanin ether being.
Message.
And I just want y'all to understand that to the core, baby. So let's get it on. Let's get it on. Shout out to the family. Shout out to the squad, baby. We are here. Look, this video came to me based off of, I'm in the gym the other day, and you know how you got your Apple Music, got the headphones on, you doing your thing, right? And I just randomly click on the H Town, you know, mix, H Town rap, you know, playlist that my Apple Music suggested me. Randomly clicked on it. First song that comes up, Zero. Zero singing something. I can't remember what the song was. Boom. Zero going in. Boom. I'm on the shoulder press doing shoulders or shrugs. I'm doing shrugs, right? Hitting that thing, getting real swole on y'all boys. You feel me? Real square wear body. You feel me? Ha! Getting them shrugs in. Boom. Zero playing in my ear, whatever. Cool. Boom. I turn around. The dude that's coming to the goddamn bench press that was right beside me has on a big Zero shirt. Let me get your mind right.
Message.
I was like, up, synced in alignment, baby. Now, a lot of y'all is going to think that's a coincidence. But me, I looked at it and said, okay, I get it, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Zero, Zero, the great mother, the potential, chaos, melanin, potential energy, the dark energy, melanin. So today we're talking about melanin. Shout out to Zero. God damn. One thing about melanin is it secretes from the pineal gland, and the pineal gland is a rhythmic making machine. Rhythmic making machine. And this rhythmic making machine is essentially how you flow, how you move, how you do your thing. So what I want the family to do is everybody should have well, everybody has a phone. So the metronome is on your phone, and you can practice this particular ritual daily. See, when we're talking about melanin and we're talking about secreting your melanin from your pineal gland and being in rhythm and pitch and tune and touch and sync, right? We're talking about a kind of flow state that puts you in harmony with Sister Earth. So this flow state is your electromagnetic wave that pulls to you the thinking apparatus that whatever you're thinking on in the moment. It's a frequency, it's a vibration. So a lot of times what's happening is we're thinking low vibrational thoughts and our melanin is our melanin is shut down or sedated, and essentially we're not in sync, in tune, right? Or what a lot of people call the flow state or a focus state, because we're worried about fears, distractions, and everything else. One thing you could do to get your pineal gland humming and get that melanin secreting, I'm just telling you what I did, and I've done this and it worked. Get you a metronome, and you want to put it or set it at 63 beats per minute. 63 beats per minute, 72 beats per minute, 81 beats per minute, 90 beats per minute, or 90 beats per minute, right? or even 54 beats per minute, but I'll stay above the 60. That's what I usually did, and do it for 9 minutes. Now, this will put you back in a focused, more creative state, right? Because essentially, what melanin is, out of chaos comes light. So out of chaos comes order. Out of darkness comes light. So the darkness is the melanin, right? And out of that melanin is potential energy, chaos. And out of that chaos comes light or order or aspect of you being in the flow state. So it's all one, yin and yang, and you just got to understand that to the core. So when I did this particular ritual, right, essentially what happened was I was getting back my mind power back in the day when I used to go heavy on my pineal gland work. And this is something the family can do to sync back in line with Sister Earth. See, a lot of times what's happening is you're believing your awareness is you're believing you're aware, right, in the aspect of um, consciousness or social political schemes. Oh, I see what Donald Trump is doing. Oh, God. Oh, they're going playing with the chemtrails. That's that conscious awareness black shit. You feel me? What we're talking about is spiritual awareness, and spiritual awareness comes in the form of the clairs, clairaudience, clairvoyance, clairsentient, having the ability to see beyond just the physical earth realm and the distractions they're putting out for you. So, for instance, right, like I gave y'all that example of zero and being in the gym and being synced into that. Cool. My dreams be off the chain, right? The channels I'll be receiving from my higher self be something out of this world. So it's not necessarily about having a human awareness, it's having a more spiritual, higher way of seeing the world and a different way of seeing your symbols instead of in the logical, rational, oh, Trump is doing this to us. Oh, Bill Gates. that shit, that shit ain't, I mean, that's a consciousness level, but that ain't spiritual consciousness. That's just you being consciously aware that there's something rotten in the cotton. Spiritual consciousness is you being able to see past the veil and break down symbols in the form of information for yourself.
Message.
So again, do this metronome ritual. I'm giving y'all a powerful ritual that the family will benefit from. I'm telling you, nigga. 60. Matter of fact, let me share my screen and let's go to it. Let's try one real quick because it's right on Google. Boom, metronome. Y'all see it? Watch this. That's 72. This thing will start working on your brain instantly, on your pineal gland instantly. And all you do is listen to it for 9 minutes, family. Listen to it for 9 minutes. Nine, melanin, ether being, that's you. I'm just telling you what it is. And I could go a whole, y'all know I can do the whole nine thing, but I'm not. Nine is divisible by everything. Everything starts with nine. Add up your birthday and then the number, and then it equals back to the nine. You are the nine ether being. So essentially, I'm not going to go over that part, but just understand that you're a nine ether being, and nine is God, or nine is basically chaos, which is melanin being. You feel me? So get this in your scope, this metronome, and do it for 9 minutes. And you don't have to do it every day because I didn't do it every day when I was heavy in my pineal work. But every other day, a 9 minute, real quick meditation, and you don't got to think about nothing. That's the problem. A lot of times we're trying to visualize and think about shit. Just listen to the metronome going back and forth and watch how your pineal gland starts to click into place.
Message.
What's up, y'all? What's the deal, family? What's the deal? I see y'all in here. C Wooden, what's up? What's up, babe? Quantum Vibes, the Titan, the Price is Right. Yeah, we in here. JK was good. Versatile, Glass Moon was good. Was good. Purple Gold. All right. So let's get 9 is basically the ending before the new cycle. Absolutely. 9 is the beginning and the ending. It's you transforming. It's you basically terraforming into a new. And essentially, that's what we was doing last year. We was terraforming into another state, another consciousness, consciousness level in this 9, in that last year 9, right? So everybody should be completely anew in this 10 year, which is zeros and ones, which is the creative sphere, which is basically what we're talking about today. All right, so this is all the stuff that the metronome will help you with in the 9. You feel me? I'm not going to go over all of it, but look, creates a calm but active states. 9 beats per minute, sits in a zone that feels neither too slow nor too rushed. It often feels grounded, forward moving, and balanced. Improves movement coordination. Athletes, musicians, speakers, and dancers use rhythmic pacing to improve timing, reaction, and body control. 9 beats per minute specifically is often felt as confident, steady, productive, lightly energized, emotionally balanced, and pineal activation.
Message.
So yeah, family, I'm just telling y'all what it is. Do that metronome 9, and you'll start to see your melanin start to secrete again from your pineal gland, which is going to put you in rhythm. And speaking of rhythm, here go the goddess speaking on how the pineal gland actually shifts you into the rhythm. Check it out.
The pineal eye sets the pace, it sets the cadence, it sets the beat for anything in our body that depends on timing. So that's why African people are good at rapping, because that eye tells us doom doo 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 doo. It's that pineal eye that tells us how many beats per measure. So when we talk about rhythm, we're talking about patterns, something that repeats over and over again. We're talking about beats, and beats per measure, all right? Number of beats per measure for the music. Okay, we're talking about cadence. And we're talking about frequency. How often? Yes, frequency, vibration, going up and down. So these things are under the auspices of the eye, the clock, the compass. And it does it automatically. That cycle that tells us when do we go to sleep, when do we wake up, that cycle is under the control of the third eye. And they call it, technically, they call it the circadian rhythms. Circa, meaning about, that's that circle. We'll finish with this one. All right.
Okay. Fly, fire, fire. Shout out to the goddess.
Message.
Yeah, so that circle is basically putting you in out of a square or thinking outside of the box. And the circle is basically doesn't have no corners. So the circle is you being in a flow state, in a moving state, instead of boxed in by corners. So a lot of times what happens is back in the day, ancient people would have circular homes. They still have circular homes in the multi-rich people. They put us in this square box homes to basically make us a shell of ourselves with our energy. Remember, this is all invisible intelligence, energy, inner God. And essentially, you have to be able to cultivate your energy in different ways, which I'm about to show you now. So yeah, your pineal gland is literally putting you in alignment with the person that you're claiming to be, the vibrational pitch that you're claiming to be. A lot of times you're thinking of something, right, to be something, and it's outside of you. But essentially, what you have to do is you have to bring it inside of you your inner God, inner knowing, and know that you're that thing right now.
Message.
Let me say that again because I need y'all to hear me so we can get this work and we can change our lives. So you're believing that whatever the person you are or the person you're chasing is outside of you, right? What you have to do is bring it inside of you, the energy, inner God, right? And now your vibration is changed. And now you become that nigga or that bitch. And you just carry out that frequency based off of, you know. So you know the particular level that you're living at right now, right? And that's all you know. And you keep on observing that particular level. But essentially, if you move into a state, a conscious state of deliberately saying, you know what, I'm going to be something else. Then all of a sudden, this reality, this illusionary reality we're calling real, will start to shift into position of what we're claiming to be. So for instance, I say to myself, money comes to me easily and effortlessly. I don't have to do nothing for money. I don't have to work, nothing, right? It just comes. And boy, and sure enough, nigga, sure enough, it comes easily and effortlessly to me, not because I'm seeking it outside of myself, just because I'm claiming it inside. And my melanin, the dark energy, the universe, one song, rhythm, right, starts to walk in that particular frequency and flow. So now, and you know, I could prove it to y'all if y'all want. You feel me? I don't know how, you know what I'm saying? Shit just comes, right? Like this month alone, I don't even, so y'all didn't see me, some of y'all probably see me on Facebook or whatever recently. Facebook been offering me a bag to post old videos. I said, oh, okay, fuck it. You feel me? I said, all right, bet, fuck it. If I'll post that shit, you know what I'm saying? Nigga offered me some money, and today, let's see where is that today. And I, you know, I don't even use Facebook, so that's the crazy thing. But look, boom, Facebook. Okay, let me focus that. Oh God, I don't even know how to. Okay, if y'all can see that, whatever. For me posting a few videos, $503 so far this month. Chaos in the blood, nigga. But then I got another lick, right? On with doing something with some of my peoples. Crazy shit. I can't even explain it on here. God damn. And then y'all know the TikTok and all of that. So me living in that frequency, right, is me claiming that energy, and then my melanin, the universe, the invisible intelligence, the dark energy, starts to capitulate to that rhythm. I'm trying to tell y'all something, baby. Hey, trust me, nigga. Y'all be like, damn. So now things come to me because essentially I claim the energy now, which is changing and shifting my inner God energy inside.
Message.
Hey man, don't worry, we're gonna get to it, dog. We're gonna try to get to it. So why is some people sedated? I know I went in a tangent, but you know how dream goes. Why is some people sedated? So these are some of the sedated. Number one, overstimulated senses can still mean a sleeping spirit. A person can be awake online, but asleep in the body, always consuming, scrolling, eating, smoking, drinking, reacting, but never really receiving from spirit.
Message.
So a lot of times we fall victim to an idea of the illusion or the outside world and how the outside world is moving. And now we carry out that frequency of distractory energy. So, for instance, I used to watch Alex Jones and David Icke a lot, right? When in my 20s, you know how that shit go. Especially during that 9/11 time, you're trying to see everything. Y'all remember that shit? Don't play. We was all on that shit. Conspiracy heavy. Like, damn, the government doing it to us. Da, da, da. Nigga was watching that Alex Jones with the grainy phone camera he had online with him breaking into an Illuminati Bohemian Grove meeting, and they all had on. I said, damn, boy, it was like, God damn. Now that I think about it, that shit probably was fake than a bitch. Y'all remember that video? That nigga Alex Jones used to have niggas in like, oh, they doing this, blah, blah, blah. And David Icke. Then you kind of get into a space of saying, man, really you start moving and maturing, right? And saying, oh shit, none of that shit matters. What the fuck I give about what Trump is doing? I need to worry about what I'm doing. This is a recessive generated being, and I'm caring about what he's doing. Hell nah, we won't go, baby. What the hell? So, you know what I'm saying? A lot of times what's happening is y'all are believing y'all are becoming spiritual, but you're really just becoming more and more distracted.
Message.
You can be awake, but you can be overstimulated with distractory information that doesn't serve your being at all. Not one bit. Absolutely nothing to do with you.
Sorry, bye.
See, y'all want to believe it has something to do with you, but they're giving you it to say, please, I hope they gravitate towards this so we can keep them in lockdown, in control. Them white spiritualists ain't talking about none of that shit. They going for theirs. They're like, nigga, I'm about to manipulate my energy and turn up in this bitch. Y'all are worried about Trump. They don't even mention Trump. They don't even see him. So I want y'all to understand all of this distractory stuff, whatever they might be showing, right? Now, sometimes spirit might give us a message in the form of distraction, but at the same time, at the end of the day, it's still about what's your agenda, what you got going on, and how you can activate your melanin for the best. So that overstimulation is doing something to your pineal gland, throwing off your signal that's not serving you at all. Let's check out this Layla After Africa video speaking on melanin real quick.
And why is it important to the human family, and in particular to Black people as we move forward to liberate ourselves in the 20th century?
Melanin is a chemical, a biochemical, meaning it's a living thing. And it's how we classify the races, by how much melanin they make inside their body, not the melanin on your skin. It's how much you make inside your body. And we make the most melanin. Melanin is in your muscles, it's in your bones, it's in your nervous system and your digestive system. And it's the brain cell of cells in your body. It's the brain of all the cells in your body. And it keeps them all synchronized. It's like synchronizing the watch or something. It keeps everything coordinated, the kidneys, the lungs, the liver. Everything has a cycle, and melanin keeps those cycles in order.
This nigga Layla Africa used to be so disgusted with humans. God damn. What the fuck? He used to be so like, why am I even talking to people?
Sorry, bye.
That nigga used to, hey, I think that's rising in power to the God. I think he was like, you know what? Let me not even talk. His whole demeanor was like, the audacity for me to even talk about. I think he shout out to Layla Africa and his queen. God damn. That nigga said, you is not on my level. So why am I talking to you?
Bitch nigga, you could never, ever, 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 ever get on my level.
The Layla Africa was disgusted by y'all niggas, and that nigga did not hide it. His whole face just was like, body language tells the truth, nigga. Body language.
The more melanin you have, the more intelligent you are. The more melanin you have, the more psychic you are. The more melanin you have, the more human you are. That's how we classify human beings, by how much melanin they have. And black people are classified the highest on the scale of human beings. We are number 6, and the Europeans are number 1. They have the least amount. We have the most amount. So that makes us more in tune with nature, in tune with God, if you were.
So what, because, you know, I like to use a rhetoric, you're beyond the human, right? The human is you being in sync with, well, in Layla Africa's perspective, the hue, H-U-E, right? That's you with color, hue, man, right? You're in sync with Sister Earth or Mother Earth, right? So you're in tune, you're in the frequency of this electromagnetic wave, because Earth and heart are the same thing. So essentially your Earth and heart is basically how you're moving based off of your heart's desire, or what you believe in your heart you are, the vibrational frequency that you're carrying out, how you're carrying your shit. You feel me? How you're wearing it. That's how you're going to move on this earth realm, or in your heart, as this human.
And it's very important. So the way a drug works is by destroying melanin, speeding it up, or slowing it down. A drug that does not work on melanin is not a drug at all. Because of the melanin, that makes black people rather unique. We're more creative. We're more scientific. We're more human. We are totally miseducated in science, biology, chemistry, social science, history. We are miseducated, and that's very unfortunate. So we don't really know that much about ourselves or the world. So to study melanin is to study yourself and the world, and how it works defines everything. If a planet moves, a melanin crystal moves at the same time.
Shout out to Layla Africa. Volume power to the God, the GOAT. I used to get all of his products, boy, and turn up on my pineal gland and melanin shit. I was not playing them games. So overstimulated senses can still mean sleeping. Like I was saying earlier, some of y'all believe you're conscious because you're aware of something that the government or the powers that be is doing, that they're showing you. But the real awareness is spiritual awareness. Your real awareness is the awareness of your clairs, clairsentient, clairaudience, clairvoyance, clair powers, your super senses. Speaking of super senses, that movie come back out. What was it called? Super Sense. Them London kids. That shit was fire. Hopefully that come back. You can't expect divine downloads from a body running on artificial signals. The vessel matters, the temple matters, the food, light, sleep, and environment all program the signal.
Message.
Now listen, family, I get it. A lot of y'all are in the space of saying, you know what, I'm going to eat whatever I'm wanting, I'm a god and all of that stuff. But again, you got to be an experimentalist. You got to be a scientist. And a lot of times what happens is we'll see other people do it, i.e. Bobby Hemmett, Brother Panic, right? And then we believe we can do it, but our energy ain't really fixed up to that level yet. Our energy, basically our psychic power centers, right, is not activated to that level of a Bobby or a Panic yet. We want to believe that because our ego is in the way. But essentially, you're going to have to get into the work and do the work for yourself to understand what your energy needs.
Message.
So everybody's not the same. One size shoe fits all and all that stuff, right? You're going to have to understand how to manipulate your energy for the good. So for instance, about 12 years ago, I had said, you know what? I'm going to just stop eating meat. I don't know, I'm 40 now. So yeah, when I was 28. So essentially in my 20s, I'm just eating whatever, drinking, smoking, drugs, bars, and not really thinking about the effects and how it's going to have a detrimental effect on my mind or my body. Just moving along like, fuck it, I'm a god, right? Because I always was putting a perspective in my mind like, I'm a god, I can do whatever the fuck I want, da 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 da. But essentially, that shit wasn't working for me, just being honest. And it probably was my energy not being in alignment or in congruence with, the all at that moment. Just being a human running around taking bars. I used 3, 4, 5 bars at a day, not giving a fuck, boy. So I was on some bullshit. Tabs were like Skittles to me. Crazy shit, like real, like don't do that now because shit, we don't know what these kids got going on. But not knowing I was messing up my energy, my inner God inside of me. And essentially, I just went into a space of saying, okay, well, I got to try something different. So I said to myself, you know what? I'm going to do 30 days without meat, without eating meat. This is when I was all cleaned up and shit. And that 30 days end up staying for 12 years. Crazy shit, boy. So, but I love the energy that I felt from not eating meat. And I had to just be real with myself and say, you know what? Hey, I feel good and I'm thinking a lot clearer and I'm seeing a lot faster. Fuck it. Fuck the meat. You feel me? And that's just being real. And you know what I'm saying? I ain't no person that's saying be a vegan or vegetarian or whatever or pescatarian. What I'm saying is like you got to experiment with yourself and see what works for you. And a lot of this processed food is slowing y'all down, family. It's slowing y'all down to the point where you don't even see yourself. You're not even aware of yourself or your energy that you're having is deactivating or sedating your melanin.
Message.
Based off of you keep on drinking the Coca-Colas and the Monster Energy drinks and all this other stuff. We just got to be real with it and say, what is this that I'm putting in my body? All this nanotech, all these parasites and stuff like that. And does it have an effect on my energy, my inner God, or my microcosmic orbit spiraling up and down in my body, which is the 0 point, which is chaos? You got to be real and just you got to do the alchemy on yourself. That's what being a lab rat is, an experimental process on self. So this is a big one that sedates a lot of people, right? Another one that sedates a lot of people is a sedated person forgets who they are. They start thinking their oppression is normal. They start thinking their oppression is normal. They start thinking their oppression is normal. Their gifts are weird and their intuition is dangerous. That is not humility, that is programming. So again, we got to start looking at ourselves as beyond human robot workers.
Message.
We got to look past all of that program, systematic, get 9 to 5, just work and die. Work, eat, fuck, and die. And not in that order. How are you going to have somebody work until they 70, boy? Life expectancy is 73. We was watching that show Burroughs on Netflix yesterday. So I wanted to look up all the cast. I'm like, damn, okay. The whole cast was 70. I said, damn, I remember her. Oh, I remember him. Let me check out their age. Whole cast, 70 and up. I said, damn, they 73. They look good at 73, boy. God damn. Life expectancy is 76. They got niggas working till 67. So they saying shit, you retire at 67, and then the later days of your life when you can't even move and walk and don't even have the energy, the gumption to get out and do stuff, then you can sit your ass down. Why? Because they know that your body ain't no good for them. So they're like, all right, let's put this nigga back in the house. We'll take care of him. It ain't gonna be that long. Shit, the food we feeding them and the stuff we giving them, he should be gone in no time.
Message.
Ha! I'm just telling you what it is, man. Life is short, nigga. Y'all seeing all these people dying 59. All these rappers and shit, eating good and shit, big body, whatever, right? Gone. Like, damn, what the fuck is the wait, what? 53? Damn, you looking at you, damn, 56? Damn. 49? What the hell? Telling you, niggas, we gotta start thinking of ourselves bigger than the age clock thing in a robotic way. We got to start moving for ourselves, having adventures for ourselves, doing us to the fullest. Do you so much that it scares you. It scares you every day to do you until that vibrational frequency shifts you into, oh, this is me. I am that. And that's real. All right, let's keep it rolling. Let's keep it rolling. Before we get there, New Love Life event is happening. It's happening. Dallas, Texas, stand up. 8888 Lionsgate, baby. You know what this is. Brother Yosef, Roderick Martin, D-Ray, and Dream Wise. Dallas, Texas, we are in the building. Look, this is a social networking event. We're all going to speak, and we got a special guest coming too. Very special guest that's going to blow your mind. We're all speaking and we're all going to do a powerful build. You know how Dream get. My shit going to be off the chain this year. What? I'm coming with the heat, boy, that heat rock. So y'all better just be in the seats and, you know, bringing a whole nother perspective to this Lionsgate thing that I'll share at the event. But essentially, 88 is a portal. We're going to do rituals. We're all going to speak and bring our dissertation in the aspect of moving with spirit. And again, this ain't a thing about just finding a relationship, finding a mate. We really want to channel in the aspect of building with like-minded individuals, building with the family. Like, we want to be able to touch the family. Like, how do we get in kumbaya with people that have the same ideas as us, same mindset as us, right? We got to continuously, repetitively, like them people go to church every Sunday, they start to get familiar with each other, continuously, repetitively get in alignment and get in the frequency with others, get in the space with others, because this AI thing is coming on. And right now is an important time for us to, touch each other, feel on each other, not really touching us in that way. God damn. But you know what I'm saying? Rub elbows and chop it up and really get into a build, really get into a flow state with each other. That way, when we're 60, 70, 80, we'll be like, oh, okay, that's the family. We got squad, not on no nature boy shit, but on some powerful shit. So y'all pull up 88 Lionsgate, baby. Rituals, lectures, and powerful social builds that we're about to get into. So yeah, somebody dropped the link. Babe, you dropped the link for the family to get in. And it's still an early bird. So if y'all want to get down as soon as possible. What y'all talking about? We got to consider ourselves X-Men, super sentient beings. Only we can tap into the Phoenix energy, Jean Grey. Absolutely, because that Jean Grey is you tapping into or obliterating that gray matter in your mind. So we got to understand what melanin actually does is activated through techniques, work, and some I'm about to explain right now. Let me read this before we go deeper into the fold, because I wanted to read functionary, Dr. Blind, and what he talks about in the melanin. Check it out. Melanin, human photosynthesis. Human photosynthesis. Chlorophyll is to plant as melanin is to human. Chlorophyll is to plant, right, as melanin is to human. Chloroplast, chlorophyll cell. A chlorophyll cell, so basically your cells is melanin, is to a plant as melanocytes is to melanin cells. It's to a human. Dr. Richard King. It'll go Richard King's book, Dark something. I can't remember the name of it, but I'm gonna explain a lot of his work as well. The chemical key to life and the major organizing molecules for living systems found everywhere in everything and fundamental to the operation of the universe of energy and energy transformation. Okay, organizing molecules for living systems. So that's the darkness out of light. And fundamental to the operation of energy and energy transformation. Again, the chemical key to life and the major organizing molecules for living system. So essentially, remember your melanin is just basically venom. And when it's activated, it becomes order or a flow state, or what you say, Steph Curry shooting the three and hitting them be like in that flow. You feel me? Or you seeing Chris Brown dance in synchronicity, right? Or you seeing Kendrick Lamar rap on such a beat and melody and stuff. Hell, dare I say even Drake. Iceman, baby. Ha! But you get what I'm saying? Even though Drake, his is kind of skewed, you know what I'm saying? You got to listen a little bit. See, Kendrick Lamar going to make his tonality, voice inflections, and all of that stuff, right? Drake got some of it, but he got to do it in sets. He got to sing here, rap here. See, Kendrick going to do it in the whole rhythm of the flow. You know that nigga melanin on. God damn. Oh, let me see what else it says. The higher concentration of melanin also means the higher potential of intelligence, creativity, thinking, spirituality, and experience of oneness with all. Message: potential. Remember, potential is the potential energy you have inside of you. So let's figure out how to activate this melanin, shall we? Shout out to y'all. Shout out to the family. Now, melanin is activated in the spiritual work. And we all know this and we understand this. Your pineal gland is secreting melanin, right? And essentially, if you're not in your work, then your melanin is not activated because of the environmental situations that's happening to us in nauseum. They got whole countries and meetings about melanin and how to combat it. It's almost like enemy number one. They're trying to figure out how to slow it down, because if you get into your right state of mind, your chaos state of mind, that you can rule your world. And you can see glimpses of it in sports where melanated beings are taking over like crazy, right? In any sport, it don't matter what it is. Music, of course, YouTube, you know what I'm saying? You catch somebody in a flow state, be like, God damn, he said that shit. Oh shit, that nigga in the rhythm. So when you retard your melanin, essentially you be offbeat, right? And you know people that don't have no timing, their timing be off. You be like, their time, something's going on with their timing. That's their melanin off. And their melanin is just not activated. And here are ways how you can get it activated. The activated person respects the cycle: light, dark, fasting, eating, working, resting, creating. Spirit speaks clearly when the body is back in rhythm. So you have a circadian rhythm and you got to follow this particular rhythm that Sister Earth is putting out for you, right? And a lot of times what happens is we stay victim to a destructive being, a destructive vessel based off of we just always known that. You feel me? So some of the work that you could do is one thing that I've done, and this is all stuff I did, was I sat in darkness, in dark rooms, right? But one really powerful one is sitting in darkness in a spiritual bath, complete darkness, covering up the bathroom door underneath there and sitting in that water, because the water is emotions. It'll help you deal with some emotional turbulence, if you will. So sitting there, do the bath, do the spiritual bath with the sea salt and all of that other stuff that's concocted in the spiritual bath, right? And sit there and see what comes in your mind's eye. Remember, imagination should be leading your way. You are first imaginative beings, and then the observer effect is something that you're doing with this world. But you're imagining your reality and observing everybody else's. So you stay in the imaginative faculty in your reality of seeing yourself however you see yourself, and then observe everybody else. That way, you're moving in a particular state that actually shifts you into another level of consciousness, into another reality. So sitting in darkness is very good, especially in a spiritual bath. I know I did a 40-day fast, right? That 40-day fast put me on my ass. Straight water, right? And water is friendly to melanin. In that 40-day fast, I figured out I can move people with my mind. Because during that 40-day fast, I was working as a PE teacher, and I was literally moving my students with my mind. So whatever psi energy was on for me, I was literally not saying any words and just moving my students in my gym with my mind. Almost like had a magnet on their ass. That shit was crazy. And I knew it was all pineal work, all psychic power centers coming online. Moving them. And it wasn't like I was, thinking of something. I don't know how to even explain it. It was like I just had control over Debo. Oh, I wish I could. There's really no way to explain that. It's like you have Wi-Fi in your head and you're able to control what you're seeing. So it was a beautiful thing for me to experience that over and over and over again, because that kind of let me know, okay, this is an invisible intelligence. You feel me? It's an invisible intelligence that come online. I wish I had videotape of that shit. Damn, dog. See, that shit needed to be recorded, because I think y'all literally moving my students with my mind, not saying one word. Damn, man. See, I need a videotape of that shit so y'all can see what I'm talking about. Like nothing. Fuck. Hey, it is what it is. I ain't no teacher no more. What else it says? Spirit speaks clearer when the body is back in rhythm. Oh yeah, so all of that is about rhythm, sun gazing, right? I used to sun gaze. Sun gaze was heavy for your pineal gland to secrete that melanin, because again, the sun gazing, so what I did was, I can't remember who I got this from, but I would sun gaze I would add 10 seconds a day. So whatever I started out, let's say I started off with 40 seconds. I would add 10 seconds a day and I was sun gazing, right? Every day I was doing it in the summertime, because that's when the sun was out prevalently, especially in this H-town. Anyway, I got all the way up to 5 minutes and 30 seconds sun gazing every day. Maybe I missed 1 or 2 days or whatever in that streak that I did, but sun gazing. And nigga, was I sharp, boy. I was on a whole nother level of dream state, astral traveling, and you know what I'm saying, just really experiencing myself from a different lens. So one of the aspects I used to experience when I was sun gazing all them times was when I would wake up from the dream realm, I wouldn't know if I'm dreaming or if I'm or if I'm in this realm. So it was trippy at a time because you know I used to have to come into a kind of meditative space and say, "All right, nigga, you're awake." Now I know that sounds funny in this 5G reality that we're in now, but I remember it vividly, clearly, waking up and then still having weird, funny feelings about, wait, I might still be dreaming. You feel me? So that's some shit that we all need to experience before we transition so we can understand how much realer the astral realm is compared to this realm, because it's all the same. So when that DMT floods on your last curtain call from your pineal gland, then you're going to wake up in another reality, right? But it's not going to be as solid as such. But the difference is you'll be able to manipulate time in a way of going from scene to scene, like in dreams, like basically a dream, right? You just go from scene to scene, not like I got to drive here to get to this person's house. Your subconscious is just placing you from scene to scene because that's the land of the subconscious mind realm. So the work is very important, family. You got to get that spiritual work in, sun gazing, fasting, right? I've been on this alternate day fasting this year on and off for what we're in 5 months. Yeah, 5, 6 months, right? And not only have I lost a whole bunch of weight, but essentially I'm starting to get back in tune with my higher self over and over again. Like, oh, okay, I get it. So now when I get my channels, like let's say I got a question for myself, right? Something I'm just trying to figure out. Nigga, I literally close my eyes and the answer comes. How many of y'all experience that? I know, come on, dog. That should be trippy to me. Nigga, I'm sitting here and boom. You know, I might have something on my head, really thinking just right? The minute I close my eyes to go into my meditation, boom, the answer comes. I'm like, God damn, this shit getting faster. It's like, damn. Like that closing your eyes almost is scary. What? So I'm just telling you what it is, and we can all get to that, and hopefully somebody else can tell me that they're on that level too, because I'm just giving you my truth, honest to God. So maybe some people are experiencing that. I don't know. Close my eyes, the answer comes. I'll be like, oh, okay, thank you, Spirit. Boom. And I'll just be in the flow state from there. You feel me? You got to write it down because you will forget after 15 minutes of meditation. So sometimes I'll open my eyes right back up and just write it down or put it in my phone, in my notes. Your notes in your phone should be flooded with channels or information, light that's essentially for you to navigate in this terrain we call the earth realm. When you do have them notes or when you do have these channels, it will help you get out of the current situation that you're in. So let's for instance, right? I'm just giving you my truth. Like I literally got out of a 9 to 5 based off of spirit, pushing me in different directions, telling me how to move next and blah, blah, blah. And then the vibrational pitch that I carried from that moment when I had a job till now is the same, because I'm just claiming that energy of I'm free and money comes to me easily and effortlessly. So your melanin literally activates energy, inner God inside of you to be in a flow state that carries out adventures that you're claiming to be.
Message.
Just telling y'all what it is, man. Y'all got to stay with me on this thing because that's where it's at. And we're talking about the circadian rhythm. We're talking about that flow. You feel me? So sit in darkness for sit in dark. You can sit in a dark room for I don't want to scare people, but I used to sit in dark rooms for, I think the longest I went was like 4 hours, just sitting there with my eyes open. You feel me? But you could do 30 minutes. Everybody can do 30 minutes, right? But the things you'll see in about an hour or that second hour, nigga, get ready, buckle up. You feel me? You'll be like, oh shit, the fuck? You'll start seeing things. Now, but the bigger aspect of it is clearing out any parasitic nanotech energy that's on your pineal gland, because your pineal loves the darkness. So that's why meditation is so important. Very, very important to tap into your bag and stay in your frequency with the meditation. All right, let's get it on. Water. I cannot make this one up. Water is a big deal, and we can't play like it's not. See, activating melanin is God remembering itself. And we got to understand that water carries information, God information.
Message.
So you must drink water. And we're talking about natural spring water, not, whatever kind of water everybody else is trying to do. Just get the natural spring water, whichever one that says natural spring water. Don't think about it so heavy. It don't have to be alkaline and stuff. That's being transformed into another thing. We just want the water from the earth, sister earth. And I get it. Yaki saying, watermelon and all that H320 shit. All right, do that too. Shit, whatever. I'm just telling you, you could do it with water. Water, staying hydrated. Because remember, in the Emoto experiment, speaking to your water is basically speaking life to you, speaking God to you. And we got to remember, we're 80% water. We're a water world. We're a living, walking water world. And the more we start to activate our water through, speaking power and positivity to our water, the more our world will change, and our water will shift us into a new water world.
Message.
So speak to your water, speak to your water. And it says, when the body is dry, toxic, and overloaded, the spiritual signal gets dull. But when the body is hydrated, mineralized, and cleansed, the inner current starts flowing again. So speaking to your water is very, very important. And then also in another aspect of speaking to your water, oxygenating your water. Oxygenating your water, first eye harataki. Y'all know what it is, baby. Oxygenate your body, oxygenate your mind with the harataki. This is a daily detox for your body, so you can turn on that pineal gland and start secreting melanin the right way, so you can be Venom, a chaos being, based off of you detoxing all that nanotech, all that parasites, all of that stuff out of your body with this daily detox. First eye harataki, baby. Go get it. The dream supplements is also a thing too. And I'm working on another supplement, nigga. But I'm working it on myself first, because I'm trying to figure out how the energy works. But putting some things together, boy. These herbs. Shout out to Lalela Africa. Shout out to Jewel Pogram. Go get Jewel Pogram vitamin A to Z book with the herbs, the minerals, all of that stuff. Nigga, I'm putting some concoction of herbs together that actually tripwire my energy into another way, but I'm running tests on myself. You feel me? Before I give it to the public. So be on the lookout for that, because another thing is coming, baby. Tell you what it is.
If you don't want to see me winning, close your eyes, nigga.
right, let's keep it rolling. And melanin activated is when you stop moving like a confused copy and start moving like an original being.
Message.
You remember your body is not random. Your sensitivity is not weakness. Your intuition is not paranoia. Your difference is design.
God damn.
Listen, family, I cannot make it up. I cannot make it up. Knowing that self reactivates your pineal gland. See, a big thing with the pineal gland and your spirit is just knowing. That's step one, knowing that you're God and then carrying out God-like executions to activate and tripwire that energy into power. But a lot of times we just don't know because they've tricked us into believing we're inferior with the stereotypes, with the subliminal messages, with the idea that, oh, you got to be a hood nigga, with you being in the trap, which is a trap for your energy, trap for your consciousness. We have to get into understanding and start claiming ourselves as God and stop acting like we're just, one of everybody else. When your melanin is activated, your body becomes a power zone, a power temple. And it's important for us to not just claim that we got melanin and stuff like that. They're sedating our melanin, especially with the fluoride toothpaste, the bad water and stuff like that, right? To conform to a society that doesn't even fit into your natural archetype. So they're changing us from, you remember Lilo and Stitch, right? Stitch crash landed on this earth realm, and then they tried to conform them to the earth realm or to the matrix human thing. You're Stitch, you crash landed on this earth realm, and now you got to carry out your monstrous behaviors, how you naturally see fit for you. There's a god, a Hindu god on YouTube, Sosa. What's the name? Sosa? Let me see what this dude's name is. Hold on, let's find it. I think his name is Sosa or something like that. So. Yeah, y'all seen him before. So, wait. Is his name? Hold on, let me see. I think it's called. Somebody put it in the chat if y'all know what his name is called. Okay, Osho. Tripping. Osho. Okay, Osho be talking that shit, boy. He ain't trying to hear none of that shit. Check it out. Osho. This nigga here. So, oh shoot, hold on. So Osho is essentially saying, like, look, nigga, hey, whatever you feel, you need to be that thing. You see what I'm saying? He's saying just believe in what you are. You feel me? He's saying, hey, just run it. However you feeling, just run it. You feel me? Risk everything for awareness. Here we go. All of this stuff. I'm not gonna play it. Y'all just go down his thing and just understand that Osho is chopping niggas at the head with the information real quick. You feel me? So that's important to know thyself and understand ourselves from another cosmic level, but rather than just the robotic understanding that we have, right? And I'm gonna do a video on conscious awareness versus spiritual awareness, which is the clairs. See, the conscious awareness thing is what everybody has. Oh, look, the government is doing that again. Oh, what? Donald Trump is moving like that. Oh, Bill Gates, we got to watch out for him. Oh, look how they're doing Chris Brown. Oh, you know what I'm saying? That's that conscious awareness shit, right? That black conscious awareness too at that. Spiritual awareness is you being able to tap into your clairs and seeing beyond any kind of human suffering that you're trying to place yourself in just based off of your old, outdated programming.
Message.
So I'm going to do something on that, and I'm going to go heavy on it because I think it's important for us to get out of that rhetoric and that small talk of, oh, look what they're doing now, the Illuminati, oh, the deep state, oh, shit, they're putting this into the, man, fuck all of that. Your melanin is what they're trying to destroy, and they destroy your melanin just based off of mind control.
Sorry for you.
Mind control is the biggest culprit of your melanin because the way they want you to think is them putting a certain narrative into your mind and you running that narrative in your mind over and over and over again based off of fear, based off of low vibrational frequencies. So you got to understand to the core, they don't have no power. You have all the power. You just got to take it back for yourself. Activated melanin is the God code coming online for you. Activated melanin is the God code coming online for you. And this Wednesday, I'm going to do a whole bunch of stuff on melanin on this Wise Wednesday in the Patreon. So y'all be on the lookout for that as well. See what y'all talking about, man. Let's see what y'all talking about. Yep, Osho, that's it. There go the event for the, there go the link for the event. Y'all pull up. Y'all pull up. And matter of fact, hey, early bird. Early bird. Early bird. And if you come early, if you get this early bird, I think it's 5 days left. Yeah, it ends in June 1st. The early bird tickets. If you get your early bird, you get a free item from Dream and Yosef table. So D-Ray and I's table and Brother Yosef's table, you get a free item of your choice. Hold on, let me put that on.
Message.
And you know Yosef got them goddamn pendants, power pendants. And some of them things go for $100. So you basically getting in for free. God damn. So hey, pull up, show up, and come fuck with your boys because we about to tear this thing down all the way. And go to that link right there that D-Ray posted. What else y'all talking about, man? I shut motherfuckers down who attempt to bring the surface awareness. Yeah, absolutely. That shit don't do nothing. Like that shit, I really don't like hear. Like when you hear it, you be like, I didn't even hear nothing. See, I got these blue blockers right here. I've been had them. I need to wear. Well, I wear them whenever I'm working on the computer. For a long time, I'll wear them. Shout out to KT, the arts degree, man. And essentially that helps with your pineal gland and your melanin as well. You feel me? So go get you to, because a lot of times we're just scrolling and we don't even understand that the scroll is fucking up our brain as well, our pineal gland as well. So we're stuck in an alternate fake astral realm reality with the phones, with the 5G, with the scroll. And we don't understand that it's doing something to our first eye, which is connected to these two eyes. So if you can, go get you some blue blockers. I think they got some on Amazon and put them on. Like, I feel clearer now. Oof, I actually feel a lot better. Shit. Y'all might start seeing me do these hoes, all these lies in these blue blockers. You feel me? I'm blocking all of that shit off. God damn, I feel a lot better. God damn, thank you, Spirit. Ha. It says, is melanin and carbon in the skin two different things? Nah, melanin is carbon. It's the same thing. And essentially, we are the carbon beings. They're the carbon-based beings. The thing that we want to know really is, and y'all go get this book, Melanin, What Makes Black People Black by Layla Africa. Fire book. Obviously, everybody should have read it by now, but you know, if you haven't, just go get it. I know there's always new people to the fold, so you know we got to keep it. We got to keep it funky. But yeah, melanin. Look, he even talks about pineal gland and what affects it. Boom, and sure enough, all the stuff that I got in my product. You feel me? Gold cola, ginkgo, right? You feel me? Fire shit, nigga. Layla Africa with the flame, with the information of getting your pineal gland right. Straight up and down. But this is a good book, very good book. He breaks down melanin. He really goes deep into what we are and how powerful we are to the core. Greetings, did you say blue blockers? Yeah, this is what these are, Sue-Ann. These are blue blockers. Oh, see, now I'm back in the damn matrix. God damn. Damn. I feel funny as hell now. My eye, god damn, them blue blockers. Nigga, straight up. Let me tell y'all this before I get out of here. This nigga here, panic, crazy. So we had this conference, a love conference, by the way, in Louisiana. Crazy shit, right? So we had Panic conference with Love, Khadijah, and them. They showed us a lot of love, right? But cool. And this nigga Panic, you know, Khadijah and Panic would go back and forth, right? This nigga Panic would literally put on his glasses and stand up, and he'll become a whole nother person. Chapman, he become the Panic that we know on the screen and shit. Khadijah would get up and start to talk. Who was at that conference? Khadijah would get up and start to talk. That nigga take them glasses off. That nigga will turn different. He just be a whole different person, like a shell of himself. Like, oh, this nigga changing immediately when he put on the glasses. He more charismatic. He take them off. Like he just shut down. Like he a robot. Like, Me and D-Ray was sitting there looking at that shit. We like, look at this shit. This shit crazy, boy. Damn, this nigga literally put the glasses on and become a superhero. That nigga take them off. That nigga become Larry Walford in this hole. Shout out to the pen, man. Shout out to the pen. You only wear it when on a device. I only wear it on this computer. That's why it's right here. But I don't wear it on the lives, even though I should start wearing them more. But like if I'm doing some work or whatever, I'll put them on and, rock out. Yes, sir, family. Yes, sir. I love and appreciate y'all, man. Love and appreciate y'all. Until Wednesday, y'all know what it is, family. Peace to the gods.